Hi, Madbronco here. Today I am at Tor Poznan in Poland to have a go at their driving experience and drive these three cars behind me around the circuit. I'm not here to compete in a race or try and set any lap records. I'm just here to have a go in the cars and do a few laps and most of all have some fun. I'm now going to get suited up and take the first car out for a spin. Not literally, I hope. So I hope you will join me and see how I get on. Right, okay, so I'm in the first car of the day now, which is the BMW M4. I'm all strapped in, I'm ready to go, so I think we'll get it into gear and get out on our out lap. Right, so yeah, as I said in the intro, we're at Tor Poznan today in Poland. Looks like quite an interesting circuit. It's pretty flat, there's not much elevation change. But it's a circuit I'd never actually heard of before. It's not something I've seen on TV or anything. May well be on TV in Poland, but not worldwide necessarily. Anyway, we've had a bit of a look around the circuit and had a little bit of instruction this morning. Like I say, it looks pretty interesting. Some interesting corners. A couple of interesting sections. Well, one pretty interesting section near the end of the lap, which I think is going to be a little bit tricky to get right. But yeah, it looks like quite a nice little circuit. Pretty cool car. Not too sure how much I'm going to use the hologram heads up display thing on the windscreen, but I suppose that's funky for on the road. So as we make our way around the lap, as you can see so far, like I said, it's pretty flat here, hardly any elevation change. Just going over the start finish line for I think the go-kart circuit. Then we're coming up to the section here that I think is going to be a little bit tricky. This next little section, so the left, right, and then right again. Double apex, trying to brake. I think that's going to be pretty interesting. And we kind of get on the throttle now because this last corner is a pretty fast corner. What, we're in fourth gear. To get a good run along the start-finish straight. So as we cross the start-finish straight for the first time, here we go, lap one. Okay, well, as we come up to finish the first lap, one or two little mistakes there. See what we can do on lap two. Okay, well, one major mistake on that lap. See what we can do on lap 3. Wow, okay, well that's my 3 laps. Oh, that was interesting. Certainly a lot of fun. A little bit disappointed there with my performance. I'm guessing that my one major mistake there, end of lap 2, which obviously carries over into the beginning of lap 3, is probably going to have screwed up the 2 laps. Obviously we'll see with the lap times, but other than that, yeah, that was a lot of fun. It's a nice circuit, I like it. A little bit tricky, like I said, in that section near the end. It's very difficult to know where to turn in and to see the curb. It's kind of a little bit blind. Seems to be sort of lacking marker boards here. There doesn't seem to be many marker boards, so you've kind of got to, well, pick a breaking point from a blade of grass or something on the side of the circuit. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. Obviously that could have been a lot worse, going off on the grass. Luckily I kept my boot in, kept it going reasonably straight. Yeah, this section here, like I say, there's no marker boards and the curb's just there. It's hard to know where to turn in, and then this section you're kind of going left, but you've got to turn right. Yeah, it's quite tricky. It's not as bad as I thought actually. I obviously got through that section okay. Just this last corner, obviously being, you know, leads on to quite a long start finish straight, which is uphill as well. Oh well, we'll see. As we enter the pit lane, we'll get into our box, see what the pit times were. So as we stop in our box, see what the pit times were. Wow, that was a lot of fun. I could have driven some more laps. Anyway, the 3 lap times for the BMW M4R: lap 1, 1:55.9, lap 2, 1:54.5, and lap 3, 1:55 dead. Nothing record breaking, I'm afraid, and I'm a little bit disappointed following the incident at the end of lap 2, which obviously screwed up the lap times for both lap 2 and lap 3. Anyway, I'm now going to get ready to drive something faster, so please join me and let's see how I do. Right, okay, so I'm in the second car of the day now, which is the Alfa Romeo Giulietta TCR. I'm all strapped in, I'm ready to go, so I think we'll get it into gear and get out on our outlap. Right, okay, so I've been manning the first car of the day, obviously the road car. Plenty of squealing tyres. Had a little bit of an incident end of the second lap, which kind of screwed up the second lap and the third lap. But anyway, it was still a lot of fun. Survived, did a little bit of grass cutting, but completed the 3 laps, so gave me a good start to the day. Feel for the circuit. Obviously we've moved up to something a little bit faster, touring style of car. Must admit I do quite like this. This looks pretty cool, this Alfa Romeo. If you've been with me before, you know I do like my touring cars. So I'm quite looking forward to this. Obviously it is based on a road car, but it certainly doesn't feel like a road car because we've got slick tyres, stiffer suspension. Obviously set up as a race car. So yeah, hopefully the times will be a bit quicker, be a little bit more stable, push a little bit harder, and yeah, I'm quite looking forward to this as we get around the lap, coming up to this corner again, this section where, as you can see there, you can't see the curve at all until you've kind of committed to turning in. So see how it goes in this car. As with the previous car, we'll start building up the speed now. Go through the last corner, which is a pretty high speed corner. As you can see, we're still in 5th gear. Accelerate out to the start finish straight. Start lap 1. As we come up to finish the first lap, a couple of little mistakes there. See what we can do on lap 2. Okay, that felt like a good lap. Let's see what we can do on lap 3. Okay, wow, whew, that's my 3 laps. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that. What a cool car. Certainly felt completely different to the BM. Felt a lot more attached to the circuit. Unfortunately, my 3rd lap, and we're coming up to the corner that bit back at me. Made a little bit of a mistake here. I got on the throttle a little bit too early, so I'm not anticipating the 3rd lap to be very good. So that's 2 cars down, 2 grass cutting incidents, which are probably going to completely screw up the lap times. Well, they screwed up the lap times on the BM. I'm sure they're not going to do much for the lap times in the Alpha. That, yeah, I enjoyed that. It was a lot of fun. Like I say, a pretty cool car. And make our way back now to the pits. Go through these last few corners. This section here, which I was kind of a bit concerned about, hasn't been as bad as I anticipated. Bit tricky that, like I say, you can't see the curve in the first part of that sort of complex of corners. So far so good. Interesting to see how we get on with the single seater. Obviously that's a lot lower to the ground, so anyway, we're into the pit lane, we'll pull into our pit box and see what the lap times were. So as we stop in our box, let's see. Wow, that was a lot of fun. I could have driven some more laps. Anyway, 3 lap times for the Alfa Romeo Giulietta TCR are: lap 1, 141.6, lap 2, 142.3, and lap 3, 141.5. Nothing record breaking, I'm afraid. And the lap times to me are a bit weird, that the first lap was the fastest, when the second lap felt like a better lap, and obviously the 3rd lap, well, I'd like to think that would have been a bit quicker if I hadn't had the grass cutting incident. Anyway, I'm now going to get ready to drive something faster, so please join me and let's see how I do. Right, okay, so I'm in the last car of the day now, which is the 2009 International Formula Master car. I'm all strapped in, I'm ready to go, so I think we'll get it into gear and get out on our outlap. So yeah, here we are, last car of the day, potentially the fastest car of the day. Obviously, as you can see, it's a single seater, open wheel, purpose built racing car. So this should be pretty good, pretty fun, should be pretty quick. Obviously we've got slicks on, like I say, purpose built racing car. Wow, this feels pretty fast, even just going around on the outlap. Kind of taking it easy. As you can see, yeah, we're sat pretty low down, which, as we will see in a second, may make it interesting to get into the section near the end of the circuit, where you can't see the left-hand curve. Saying that, it's hard to see hardly any of the curbs. They are quite flat curves here as well. Anyway, we'll give it a go. Obviously I've been around in the first two cars of the day, slowly built up. Made two pretty monumental mistakes. Some serious grass cutting. Obviously completed all the laps. Right, let's have a look here. Wow. Can't see anything. There it is. Gee whiz, that's going to be interesting. At speed. So anyway, as we get around near the end of the lap, as with the other two cars, we'll start building the speed up here, so we can carry as much speed through this last corner as possible. Not too much. So as we start lap one, let's see what we can do. Okay, well, as we come up to finish the first lap, I'm quite pleased with that. No real mistakes. Let's see if we can go on lap two. Okay, that's the second lap done. One little mistake which I survived, so see what we can do on lap 3. Wow, and that's it. That's the 3 laps. Well, that went by pretty quick. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. I enjoyed that. Wasn't as bad as I anticipated. Obviously, you feel like you're going at crazy warp speeds when you're in a car like this, because you're so low to the ground, etc. Even though it's not that fast, it's not up to Formula 1 speeds, but anyway, fast enough. Certainly felt well connected to the ground. Made one little mistake, kind of helped brake to myself a little bit in the previous corner there. Managed to get away with it and keep it on the circuit. But yeah, I enjoyed that. Wasn't quite as bad as I anticipated with the low curbs and being so low to the ground. So yeah, I really enjoyed that. It was just a fun little car to drive. I have to say, the section I was coming up to that I was kind of so concerned about, actually this car, I mean, once I got into this left-hander now, which this is slightly uphill and then it just crests there. There was a nice flow through here, apex 1, apex 2, and it just felt really good in this car, maybe because, you know, the chassis is so stiff and so sort of, you know, connected to the ground. But anyway, yeah, no idea what the lap times are going to be like, probably all up and down, but as we come into the pit lane, we'll pull into our box and see what the lap times were, hopefully being for a nice surprise, you never know. Let's see. Well, that was a lot of fun. I could have driven some more laps. Anyway, the 3 lap times for the 2009 International Formula Master are lap 1, 1:33 dead, lap 2, 1:33.1, and lap 3, 1:31.5. Nothing record breaking, I'm afraid. Obviously, the second lap was affected by the little incident, little mistake, so not as good as the first lap. But the third lap I'm pretty pleased with. It wasn't too bad. Anyway, unfortunately that is the last car of the day, so no more driving for me today. It's time to take the race suit off and to return to normality. I'm sorry to say that is the end of my driving experience for today. I have driven some great cars and most of all I've had a lot of fun, so I will be doing another driving experience at another circuit very soon. I hope you enjoyed the video and will join me for another driving experience. And of course, please subscribe, like and comment. Have a nice day wherever you are, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.